Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are going to be doing another pilot reaction, and it's going to be to the US version of The Office. And I'm excited for this because I've heard Mike Schur is very involved in this show, and he has created some of my favorite shows just ever, which is Parks and Rec, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and The Good Place, all of which all those shows I just like keep on in the background if I'm bored and want something, or if I'm doing something else and I just want something in the background. Those shows make me crack up. And so I'm curious to see what his work looked like before he developed those shows. And yeah, I don't know too much about it. I know there's a UK version that this is based on. But yeah, I'm excited to check this out. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. I might pause pilot reactions for a little bit because I recently heard of a show that's only 8 episodes long, but that just came out like a couple of weeks ago, which is called Euphoria, and that seems like something I'd very much be interested in. I might pause pilot reactions to do that series. But yeah, let's get started with The Office.
All right, Jim, your quarterlies look very good. How are things going at the library?
Oh, I told you, couldn't close it, so.
So you've come to the master for guidance. Is this what you're saying, Grasshopper?
Actually, you called me in here. But yeah.
All right, well, let me show you how it's done.
All right, done deal. Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, he worked
You're
his
a
magic.
gentleman and a scholar.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's a woman.
My mistake. That was a woman I was talking to.
This is our receptionist, Pam. Pam! 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 Pam Beasley.
If you think she's cute now, you should have seen her a couple of years ago.
What the hell, man? I don't think she's happy
This is
working
from
here.
corporate. How
I
many
know,
times have I told you that there's a special filing cabinet for things from corporate?
You haven't told
It's called the waste paper basket. Look at that. God.
Man, I would quit so fast. Actually, I get him to fire me while telling him off for all this crap he's doing.
No gifts for you.
My job is to speak to clients on the phone. Deeper.
Seems like he's bored out of his mind too.
Whether we can supply it to them, whether they can pay for it, and
What's up?
I still love
Jeez.
that after 7 years.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What?
Nothing.
Okay, all right. See you later.
All right. Take care.
Oh my god, he's so awkward.
Jen, hello.
Yeah.
I call her Hillary Rodham Clinton. Right? Not to her face, because, well, not because I'm scared of her,
A little bit scared of
because
her.
I'm not. Me no get an agenda.
I'm sorry.
I didn't get any agenda.
Well, I faxed one over to you this morning.
Really? Because I didn't, did we
In
get
the
a
garbage.
fax this morning?
Yeah, the one.
Why isn't it in my hand?
Throw him under the bus. Do it. Do it.
So
Do
what's
it.
the problem, Pam? Why didn't get it?
You put it in the garbage can that was a special filing cabinet.
Yeah. That was a joke.
Alan and the board have decided that
Damn.
we can't justify a Scranton branch and a Stanford branch.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no, Michael,
No,
don't panic.
no, no, no,
Listen.
no, no. This is good.
No.
This is good.
Michael,
This is fine.
Listen, okay,
Excellent.
don't panic.
All
We
the
haven't
alarm
made
bells
any-
are kinda going.
We haven't made any decisions yet. I've spoken to Josh at Stanford.
Okay.
I've told him the same as you.
This downsizing is a bitch. It is a real bitch. And I wouldn't wish that on Josh's men. I certainly wouldn't wish it on my men. Or women. Present company excluded. Sorry.
Yeah, don't
is
do
Josh
that.
concerned about downsizing?
Got Hillary coming in today?
I don't know what you mean.
Look, I've been meaning to ask her one question. Does the carpet match the drapes?
Oh my god.
Oh no, 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 no.
Under this regime, it will not.
Regime.
Like that.
See,
What does downsizing actually mean?
it's got that so quickly.
Are you going to Angela's cat party on Sunday?
Yeah.
No, these two don't care.
That is ridiculous.
Am I going to tell them? No, I'm not going to tell them. I don't see the point of that. As a doctor, you would not tell a patient if they had cancer.
Hey.
Sharon?
What?
Hey.
This is Mr. Scott.
Guilty. Guilty
Ryan.
as charged. Watch this. Here we go. Hitler! Adolf Hitler!
I don't think it would be the worst thing if they let me go. Because then I might. I don't think it's many little girls' dream to be a receptionist. I like to do illustrations.
It's not on your desk.
It's overlapping. It's all spilling over the edge. One word, 2 syllables. Demarcation.
Demarcation. One word, 2 syllables. Oh my god. It's like a trench.
See, this is why the whole downsizing thing just doesn't bother me.
Downsizing? Downsizing? I have no problem with that. I've been recommending downsizing since I first got here.
Oh my god.
I even brought it up in my interview. I say,
Holy crap.
bring it on.
Brought it up in his
Still have
interview.
those messages from yesterday.
Relax, everything's under control.
I should run to answer it.
I think he's buying his own hype too much. He thinks he's so funny.
That would be a good salary for me, don't you think? $6 million? Memo to Jan. I deserve a raise.
Don't we all?
I'm sorry.
It's nothing.
If you're unhappy with your compensation, maybe you should take it up with HR. Okay? Not today, okay? Pam, just be professional.
Be professional from this guy.
I'm assistant regional manager. I should know first.
Assistant to the regional manager.
Yeah, okay. Can you just tell me, please? Just tell me
Well, I'm
quietly.
about to
Can you
tell
whisper it in my
everybody.
ear?
I'm just about
Please?
to tell everyone.
Okay. Please, okay? Do you want me to tell him?
You don't know what it is. So
Can
I'm-
you tell him? With my permission.
I don't need your
permission.
permission.
Granted. Go ahead.
Corporate
Holy crap.
has
What if they downsize here?
not gonna happen.
Could be out of your hands, Michael.
It won't be out of my hands, Stanley, okay? I promise you that.
Oh, can you promise that?
On his mother's grave.
Well,
No.
If I left, what would I do with all this useless information in my head? You know? Tonnage
I feel
price,
you. I
bill
feel you.
holders. Pam's favorite flavor of yogurt, which is mixed berry.
Oh.
Jim said mixed berries? Oh, wow. Yeah, he's on to me.
Ah.
Dwight Schrute, assistant regional manager.
Assistant to the regional manager.
Damn it! Okay. Hold on. Judge is in session. What is the problem here?
You put my stuff in Jello again. That's real professional. Thanks. It's the third time, and it wasn't funny the first
All
two
right,
times
all
either,
right.
Jim. It's okay here.
It's a little funny.
But people sometimes take advantage. Staple
No,
it.
no. Do not take it out. You have to eat it out of there. Because there are starving people in the world, and which I hate. and which is a
Wow.
waste of that kind of
Okay,
food.
you know what? You can be a witness. Can you reprimand him, please?
How do you know it was me?
He says as he
Gonna
eats
discipline him
Jello.
or not?
Ooh, discipline. Kinky.
But I'm sorry, because I've always been your biggest flan.
Oh, nice. That's the way it is around here. Just kind of going round and round.
You,
and round.
you should have put him in custody.
Oh, hey, yes, new guy. He scored.
So when are we going out?
I don't know. Tonight, hopefully.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Wow.
Hi, baby.
Hey. Roy's my fiance. We've been
Fiance.
engaged about 3 years. Do you mind if I go out for a drink with these guys?
No, come on. Let's get out of here. Go home.
Okay. Maybe a few minutes, so it's only.
you are gonna be my accomplice. Just go along with it, okay? All right. Just follow my lead.
What's he gonna do?
I am going to have to let you go first.
What? Why?
Why? Well, theft and stealing.
Stealing?
What?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He realized he went too far and
You've been ex-punk. Surprise! It's a joke. We were joking around. See? Okay, God, we totally got you.
You're a jerk.
I don't know about that.
Jesus Christ.
What is the most important thing for a company?
Holy crap.
Is it the cash flow? Is it the inventory? Nuh-uh. It's the people.
Then stop treating him like crap.
People.
Oh my god,
My
this
proudest
guy.
moment here.
Are you,
Am I walking out?
yes.
Yes. Do you wanna?
Yeah.
Great. Let me just. Oh, Roy.
Yeah. Listen, have a nice weekend.
Yeah, definitely. You too. Enjoy it.
Just come here.
I saw something yellow. Is that more Jello? Oh, that's good. Alright, so we have Michael Scott. He seems to be somewhat good at sales. Had that manager talk in the beginning that worked out pretty well. Though he assumed the person's gender incorrectly, over the phone no less. Like, just, why would you even try? And then he's just, after that, just the worst boss. Oh my god. Ryan the Temp comes in, and BJ Novak is Jewish, so I assume his character is Jewish, and yet Michael making a Hitler joke right off the bat. Like, even if he's not Jewish, a Hitler joke, oh my god. Within like 30 seconds of meeting him, no less. My god. I've heard Parks and Rec was kind of inspired by this show, so it's like a documentary type thing. They're being filmed. And I have to wonder if Michael Scott is even more ridiculous with the cameras off. But I get the feeling his personality, he's like a showman. I get the feeling that he's probably not less ridiculous. I get the feeling that he is more ridiculous on camera. But yeah, poor Pam. She doesn't like working there and said it wouldn't be the worst thing to get laid off. But then I guess that's just the kind of thing you say because you hate your job. But she does need it and she relies on it. So that joke, that prank, that was so hard to watch. It was like, it feels like with Michael Scott's personality, this is probably a trademark brand of humor on the show. Just a complete train wreck in slow motion. Oh my god. But yeah, Mike just disrespects her so many times throughout the episode, and then tries to throw her under the bus with Jan. I'm glad she stood up, and not stood up, I guess she just kind of just told the truth. And then she kind of pushed back when he said that, oh, you should have seen her when she was like, she first started here. You think she's pretty now. Oh man, so sexist. And Dwight and Jim's relationship is, wow. Definitely feel like there's more hijinks to come. Yeah, it seems like a kind of relationship where that's the case. I feel like Pam is the one who got the most development this episode. Don't much like her fiance. They are also like, who stays engaged for 3 years. It feels like it's going to be a really long road to Jim and Pam, which feels like that's where it's going. Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take. 3 seasons, 4. But I don't know if she's going to stay with the Roy, the fiance, that much longer, because can you imagine them being engaged like 4 years, 5 years, 6 years? That seems ridiculous. So yeah, maybe they break up earlier and Jim and Pam take a while to get together. I feel like the chemistry, I mean, I don't actually even know that much about Jim as a person, other than that he seems to care about Pam. He does caring things, and they have great chemistry. Yeah, it's just, I like them just for that. They're playful with each other, which is great. Yeah, and then the fiance is just like so I mean, like, it almost seems like she has no free will because she's with him. Like, I get, like, oh, we have stuff to do, let's go home, honey. But, like, no, you can't go out drinking with your friends, let's go home. Honking the horn to tell her to come faster. I mean, I have a very strong pet peeve about that, when a man does that to a woman. I mean, it feels wrong, first of all, but then, like, what's more telling is her reaction to it. Like, originally she wants to head down with Jim, but, like, hearing the horn, she just has to go, like, ASAP. Like, don't like the feel of that relationship already. I mean, I guess there has to be something that drew her to him in the first place, to Roy. Pam, we got the most development, and she's also clearly the most likable character so far. Jim is charming, but, like, dorky charming. And we don't know actually that much about him other than that. And that hair, oh god. I've seen John Krasinski in like regular photos and he looks so much better without that like nonsense going on. But yeah, what if Pam met Roy and Jim at the same time, but didn't like Jim's hair, and that's why she's with Roy. That would just be the... that would be really funny. Yeah, I mean, I guess we've only seen, like I said, we've only seen like one side of like each side of the relationship. We've seen Jim and Pam clearly have chemistry and want to be like close and friends and friendly, and if he honestly just seems so basic and unwilling to compromise. I'm guessing we'll learn more about all these characters for sure. And one more thing about Pam and Jim, the look on Pam's face when Dwight found his stapler in Jell-O. I almost feel like Jim did it just as much for her as he did it for himself. Just because he's clearly very into her, and like just the feeling you get when you make someone you love laugh, like best thing in the world. So, yeah. And I also feel like, I don't know if he knew what Michael did to Pam with the whole prank firing thing, because it seems like there was a time skip after she exited his office, but it would also feel very Jim to put the boss's mug in Jell-O in retaliation for that. But it would also feel very Jim for him to just do it for fun. I say that like I already know what Jim is about, which I guess I do. It feels like we know. It feels like the show did a very good job giving us a solid look into Michael Scott, Pam, and Jim, just like straight off the bat. I feel like I know them all very well already. But yeah, this is a fun show, I feel like. Don't know if I don't know. It's definitely a kind of show where you feel like I feel like Michael is going to have to grow a lot for him not to get like really, his character to get like really, really old and cringy like really fast. I don't mind the cringe so much as just like the cruelness. He claims to be the best boss, and he's just like the absolute worst. Yeah, I'm curious. We saw a whole bunch of other people in that office that we don't get to really know. Yeah, it's interesting. I'd be interested in watching more possibly, but we're gonna pause. We're probably gonna pause pilot reactions for a bit. I'm gonna be watching Euphoria most likely next week. Heard great things about that. I'll be watching at least the pilot, and then if I enjoy it, I'll be watching the rest of the show. But yeah, if you want to watch a full reaction to this, or you want to see other things early on Patreon, you can do that in the link in the description below. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.